Hey, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Come Grow Spiritually with me. For those of you that are returning, thank you for coming back. And for anybody that's new, welcome. My name is Pamela of Unimed, and I've always been spiritual. I've had moments throughout my life where I've allowed myself to connect into that spirituality. But honestly, I spent the majority of my life ignoring it, hiding from it, pretending it didn't exist. But I fully surrendered a few years ago after I had a traumatic brain injury due to a car accident. And ever since then, I have really been delving into my spirituality. And more recently, I've been felt called to expand my spiritual practices. And one of those ways that I was feeling called was through tarot. So I have created this series to invite you to come along with me while I learn, in hopes that you learn alongside with me, and also to kind of document my progress, because since I surrendered like 2 years ago or more, I'm so different. Like, my life is so different. Anyways. So without rambling on any further, welcome, and let's get into today's tarot pull. So we have a new moon in Virgo, also with a partial solar eclipse happening in the next couple days. So my question is, how can I align with the energies of this eclipse and new moon to release the old and plant intentions for new beginnings? So I'm going to do a 5-card spread. Card number 1 is going to be the shadow revealed. So what hidden truth or block is being illuminated by the eclipse? Number 2, what to release. So the energy, belief, or habit that I'm ready to release. Seed to plant will be 3. 4 will be support from the universe. And number 5 will be the income or integration. So the path ahead if I align with these energies. All right, let's go ahead and see what the cards have to say. Here are the cards we pulled. The Knight of Swords, the 7 of Wands, the 4 of Cups, the 4 of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. Let's get into the message. Okay, you don't know this, but I just laughed my ass off. Well played, universe. And again, I already knew this. So, in position number 1, we got the Knight of Swords. And that position was the shadow revealed. So, what I need to be releasing. Okay, so the eclipse is highlighting a restlessness, rushing energy within you. Absolutely, 100%. I am rushing in this reading right now. I've been rushing the last couple days to try to finish off one of my online courses that I want to launch in the next couple days. So I have been barreling through, rushing through. I feel like I have to hurry up. Can't sit still. I got to be working on it. And so here I am rushing through it right now. So I laughed because this is exactly bang on. So the Knight of Swords charges forward with intensity, sometimes without pausing to reflect. This suggests Spirit is showing where my impatience or urgency may cloud clarity. The hidden shadow is trying to force movement rather than aligning with divine timing. So in the last couple of days, I have heard the phrase in my head, or the thought, and again, I'm sure it's Source or Spirit, being like, if you can't launch the second one as you planned on Monday, the world's not going to end. It will be okay. But then I immediately ignore that voice because I have a goal, and so I'm pushing through. But while I'm pushing through, I'm not producing the quality of the material that I want, and I'm likely overlooking mistakes because I'm not taking my time. So, well played, Eclipse. I need to slow down and resurrender to divine timing. Okay, in the what to release position, we got the 7 of Wands. And this card often appears when we feel defensive or like we're constantly trying to prove ourselves. again, the energy I'm in. I feel like I have to get this done. I have to prove myself. I have to, stick to the deadline I set for myself. The eclipse is asking me to release resistance and the need to fight for my worth, or to guard my path so tightly. Trust that what's meant for me cannot be taken away from me. So again, if I can't launch the second course on Monday like I had wanted and intended, I still can launch it later and nobody can take that away from me. In the position of seeds to plant, we got the Four of Cups. So it is telling me that instead of focusing on what feels stagnant or missing or lacking, Spirit is asking me to plant the seed of openness. New opportunities may come in unexpected ways, but I must first lift my gaze from disappointment and notice them. So it's suggesting that I plant an intention of receptivity and awareness. In the support from the universe, we got the Four of Wands, which is beautiful energy. The Four of Wands is pointing towards stability, community, and joyful milestones. The universe is saying to me, you are supported by celebration and connection. It's encouraging me to lean into my soul family, my rituals, and my practices that ground me in joy. Support comes through shared energy, not walking the path alone. And in the outcome position, we got the Ace of Swords. It is suggesting that if I align with the eclipse energy, which I totally intend to surrender and do, clarity and truth are my gift. A fresh perspective, a mental breakthrough, or an inspired vision is coming. This is the sword that cuts away illusion and confusion, and I will see the path forward with sharp clarity. So overall, the energy of the eclipse, according to my reading, is asking me to slow the rush, to release the fight, and to lift my gaze. If I do, I will see new opportunities appear that are supported by community and celebration. The result, a breakthrough in clarity and purpose, a clean slate in thought and direction. So once again, we have another reading that is exactly bang on and telling me what I already know. Honest to God, if I could just listen to my inner voice, my intuition, yeah. But I'm not there yet. And so I'm going to be okay with the fact that I'm not there yet. And I'm going to be kind to myself and not beat myself up about the fact that I always feel like I need to still seek validation from source through the cards or through other practices. Because this is a process. Spirituality is a process. So it's okay. It's okay that I still need to rush out and seek that validation. Because I know that over time, the need to seek that validation will continue to erode slowly by slowly by slowly. And eventually, I won't need that anymore. Because it will just become so ingrained that I'll start listening to that intuition without questioning it the first time I hear it. Okay, so yeah, we do have this powerful energy happening in the next, I think, 24 hours. So I am hoping that all of you are experiencing it relatively calmly. I gotta tell you, I did not sleep last night. Well, that's not completely true. I had about 4 hours of very broken sleep last night. But no nightmares. So I appreciate that. And I don't have a migraine today, knock on wood. But I am feeling like foggy and discombobulated. And again, the energy that I had waking up this morning was I have a to-do list of like 20 items that I want to get done between now and Monday. And it's probably not possible. And that's okay. Because once again, I am trying to rush and set the plan and determine the timing in which things will happen. And so I am going to take a deep breath. I'm going to do a meditation this afternoon that reminds me to relax, rest, and re-surrender to divine timing. And I'm going to move forward with my to-do list without having the expectation that I need to get it all done. I'm just going to move forward with the thought process that I'm just going to tick one or two off as I can, and that everything is unfolding in the timing that it's supposed to. So instead of beating my head against the wall and putting things out at subpar quality or with mistakes, or which I'll regret later on because I'll look at it and I'll go, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. Yeah, I'm just gonna focus on staying on the energy of breathing and aligning to divine timing and to seeing what's in front of me as opposed to what's lacking. All right, I wish you all a very blessed day.